2, 1. Hey, everybody, this is your host, Mr. Nipples, on the Daycare podcast, and we got our other host, Nick, on the line, and today we
Hey.
have Patrick on the show. Patrick, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
There's not a hell of a lot to tell. Uh, I'm a I'm a retired firefighter. I'm currently in hospice with cancer, and served in the Navy and Army Reserves and Guard.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
That's actually a lot to tell right there. You did
Yeah,
more
it
in your
is.
life than 90% of the population will ever do.
We can't all do everything.
I know. So, well, I gotta say, you are the first living person that we've ever put on that wall.
I'm about the first living person that shouldn't be living.
Yeah, I just so you know that wall, the names of that wall get read off every year on the show right before Memorial Day. So,
Right on.
and your show will be here long after. Well, no offense, but I was half worried that you wouldn't make it to the show tonight. So
I wasn't supposed to make it to last Christmas, so
I know.
I think yeah, it's rough when they tell you you're not going to make it another month and go home and get ready to die, and then you don't,
Yeah, then you're there for another 2 months, and I
and
can't
then you
imagine.
don't again, and then you don't, and then you don't again.
I can't imagine what your family's going through. That's got to be just as bad.
Yeah, the up and down stuff gets a little old. Like I just spent 5 days in hospice in care because I was in a pain crisis,
Yeah,
and then home. I think
but
that's happened. I
your
don't think that
post.
happens too often.
Oh, I don't think so. That post you made on the way to hospice, though, that shit had me rolling. I tell you. So I gotta fill you in on this, Mr. Nipples. Patrick was on his way to. His wife was driving him to hospice, and he got rear-ended.
Oh, my gosh.
And he posts, my luck is so bad that I could walk out in a little rain, just a drizzle of rain, and get hit in the face by a dick.
Damn.
Yeah, I could skip through a titty rainstorm and get smacked by a dick. And then if you want the whole story, I dive out of the car in my pajamas carrying a cane because my vertigo is so bad I face planted like 12 times that morning.
Oof.
And I'm directing traffic and screaming at people who are looking at me like I'm a crazy person. And it was like 5 minutes before I realized, hey, I'm not in uniform out here. I'm a retired firefighter. It was just like second nature. I'm yelling, swinging my cane like a madman.
You just started going.
The first cop to drive up is a friend, so I start guiding him into. It was funny as shit.
That's great. Oh man, your spirit in life has given me, just yeah.
What else can you do? There's not much choice.
Well,
You can only go with what you got.
yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you, my wife's going through some shit, man. She just started chemo, and your posts over on Drinking Bros have kept her spirits up. So
Oh, that's cool. Well, to be honest with you, I guess my first post ever on Drinking Bros was when I was on my way to get my test results after a clinical trial, and I could tell just by how I felt that it hadn't done anything. And I don't know why I was stressed out, I just was. And I posted just, that I was on my way in and asking for people to wish me luck. And I guess that single post was for me, the rest have been for you guys. So
wow.
I I don't know. I was just really stressed out that morning.
We all get there, and you have all. If anybody in this world has right to be stressed, it's you. So
Yeah, that was a little rough morning, but got through it, got home.
It's possible that clinical trial has made you Wade Wilson, and you're going to be like Deadpool here in the next 6 months.
Mm, I highly doubt that, but I am a cockroach so far. But even a boot heel will take care of one of them sooner or later.
Yeah. Oh.
That's seriously what my oncologist called me. You fucking cockroach.
You're making me look like a dumbass because all my predictions are wrong.
They are dumb.
Man's out here feeling like a weatherman.
Giving me the same chemo they gave people in the early 70s.
Jesus.
Oof.
How do you expect that to change any numbers or be any different than it has been?
Which
Makes you wonder where all the money we send in for cancer research goes.
Yeah. Which one do they got you on?
I'm not on any
Well,
now.
which chemo did they have you on?
The first time I did a cocktail called Full Fox.
Okay.
And the second time they tried again, but I had them take out the oxaliplatin because
Okay.
I'm really, really allergic to it. And then I became so allergic to all of it that I couldn't tolerate chemo anymore.
That's harsh.
So I dropped it.
My wife's on something that starts with an M. I can't even. There's the names I can't understand, but yeah, it starts with an M.
Yeah, that's the thing though. There's a million different chemos for 1,000 different kinds of cancers out there.
Yeah. Well, she's got a autoimmune, so she'll be on chemo for the rest of her life.
Oh yeah, she'll be on maintenance dose no matter what happens.
Yep. Yeah, she's got 4 autoimmunes, and if one starts, going in recession, the other ones start rearing up because they take a different treatment, and yep. But well, she's alive.
Yeah. Sometimes the treatment's worse than being alive, though.
Yeah, I'm watching that happen.
I hate to say it, but I would choose never to do it again if I had a chance to go back.
Well, my father-in-law, my grandfather-in-law, my wife's grandfather, he found out he had prostate cancer and chose not to do treatment. And in his last 30 days, he begged the doctors to let him do treatment, but by that time it had metastasized to his bones, his liver, his kidneys, his brain.
Yeah.
And
That's that knee-jerk reaction at the end when, we all think we're invincible right up until the point we're not.
Yeah.
Usually we outgrow it in our 30s.
Well.
But then some of us didn't. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he had cancer metastasized to like every organ in his body, and a heart attack got him.
Huh.
That's just one of those.
Talk about hard to kill. My God.
Yeah. So. Yeah. He's not as hard to kill though as Patrick, I tell you. This man is.
Yeah, for some reason.
We were going to have him on the show a long time ago, and he had said his goodbyes on Drinking Bros. Basically told everybody that he was, not supposed to be here much longer. So we got a different guest on that show, and he's still kicking. So I had to get him on before it's too late.
Yeah, glad we get you on.
Yeah, me too. This is usually when you go to inpatient, you don't come out. So.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm all snug as a bug now. I got a hospital bed in the living room, and it looks like an invalid center.
Did they give you some Viagra to help you with that bed motion, or?
I don't know how many of those it would take, but
I showed that post to Mr. Nipples, and he just, yeah.
Oh yeah, this shit was hilarious.
Yeah, you should never leave me alone too long in the hospital room. I draw dicks on stuff, and
yeah, you're a vet through and through, aren't you? Oh man.
Yeah, That was a good one. The exam table paper had your dicks on it. Left me alone for an hour. She came in and she's going to pull the dick off, and I had to stop her, and I said, "You might want to put gloves on." I traced that one.
Oh, shit.
Draw it all the way down the table.
Yeah,
That's not
there's,
traced.
but in today's world, some things just apparently aren't funny anymore. Like, you can't make wife beater jokes anymore. My wife split her knee open, and when I finally got in there, they questioned me. It's like they've already asked her 10 times how it happened, and they pulled me in another room. How did your wife hurt her leg? I'm like, didn't she tell you? I told her twice.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there was no reaction whatsoever, and I realized that wasn't probably the thing to say in here.
Shit.
Oops. And then then the portable X-ray girl asked her if she'd take a picture of me for Tinder as she was pulling out of the room. And she goes, "I don't think it works that way, sir." I said, "Then why do they call it a bone?"
Oh my god.
She didn't know how to handle that one either.
Oh, man.
I'm blaming the dilaudid.
You got all the excuses. You just like, yeah, I'm just a little delirious. Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't know what I said.
So, we had a guest on a few weeks back, and when this guy was deployed, he decided to pull a joke that he thought would go nowhere. And he thought it'd be funny to fake that he had the swine flu, had a medic fake the test results, the whole 9 yards, right? He ended up shutting down an entire division.
I was gonna say that sounds like a shit show waiting to happen.
Yep, shut
It
down
was.
an entire division. And it's just... Yeah, that was his embarrassing story. And I was like, that is not. In fact, that is the best story ever.
Holy fuck, that's a prank that could have gone way too far.
Yeah. Oh, it did. It went way too far.
I had a guy I worked with that it was back because I was in from the first time from 88 to 92 on active during Desert Storm.
Oh,
And
shit.
I was in intelligence in the Navy, and this guy I worked with, he was always on the old. They had those old computers. Yeah, they were all on DOS systems, and this guy was into writing viruses. I don't know why, but he'd do it on the intelligence computers. And yeah, I know. And when the fucker
Great
EOS'd,
idea.
yeah, when he EOS'd, he left a small annoying virus in one of the Intel computers, and it was nothing serious. It like changed periods to exclamation points and stuff on April Fool's Day. But I guess it kept growing, and somebody had sent a disk, and it had got spread through CENTCOM, and it ended up in Europe. It infected computers all over the country, and you think you forget you're out after your 4 years, but you still have inactive reserve time, and they had to go pick him up and press charges.
Damn.
Oh, shit.
Fucking idiot.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, for putting a virus on a U.S. computer, I guess.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's a big no-no. I work in information systems as well.
Yeah, I don't know what his plan was other than he thought it was funny, but that prank was another one gone too far.
Oh, shit.
I didn't play a ton of pranks in the military. We put a Zerk screw in a guy's locker one time and filled it full of grease. And shit, I don't know. Gave the guy that lived above me pink eye after I had a bare ass wrestling match with his pillow because I was tired of him sitting on my bunk with his naked ass when he got out of the shower.
Oh,
I was like,
shit.
all right, Yeah,
Jeez.
Oh shit!
don't touch other people's shit.
Right? Oh
Yeah, and
fuck!
nice dose of pink eye will fix anybody.
Oh my god.
That reminds me of that screenshot somebody put up on Drinking Bros today. It was, "Why are you telling people I give you pink eye?" Did you read that one?
No, I missed it.
All right, this it's a screenshot of his his phone, and it says, "Why are you telling people I give you pink eye?" Because you did. I did not. He said, "Well, you farted when we were 69ing." He said, "I queefed. You can't get pink eye from queefing." He said, "Your butthole winked at me."
Oh my god.
Uh, that page is it's a great page. When you're having a down day, I just go there and I read crap, and I'm like, "Yay!"
Yeah, I'm pretty wiped most of the time on all the pain meds and stuff, so
Oh, I can
it's
only
really
imagine.
it's like almost impossible for me to spend time reading other people's stuff. I just I know that sounds horrible, but
No,
I get on there, I start reading, and then I start drifting, and I'm like, I just can't do this. I'll rather stare at a blank wall for a while. And then
I
once
get
in a
it.
while you hit one that actually sparks your interest.
Oh, I get it.
Or
Well,
somebody says something so insanely stupid you wonder how they're alive and
That happens to me every day. I see something, I'm just like, how does this person
uh,
like dress themselves?
I
well,
know, I just feel like I live in a world where half the people just would probably stare at the sky in a rainstorm and drown.
yeah, but yeah, there's been some real idiots over at Drinking Bros. There's the let's see here. There's the $20 hat guy. There was Juan. There was God. There's been some real idiots over there.
Oh yeah, and then even some of the better idiots are still fun.
Oh yeah, but Juan got made fun of so bad he never came back.
Oh yeah, he wasn't. Yeah, he
Did y'all
couldn't
bully
handle.
that poor man?
He couldn't handle one on one.
No, this guy
One
was
on one.
talking. Yeah, he's become a running joke. People are like, just one more time. Can I tell you just one more?
Yeah, that poor guy. He could have handled that differently, but it was
Yeah,
funny.
the twenty
He
dollar
could have
hat guy.
he could have posted a couple himself, and
Yeah.
everyone would have left it alone.
Yep.
And I totally missed the hat guy. I completely missed like a few days,
Yeah.
and I came back and I see all the references to the $40 hat.
Right. I had to ask about it because I was like, "What the fuck?" The story's just great.
I'm still not quite sure on what happened
I'm
there.
not either, but it was funny. It's become like a thing. And then there was a sausage
That's
fest with
awesome.
the cruise ship they went on, the sausage fest. Oh,
Oh yeah.
how did they think that was a good idea?
How could you not?
But they did they actually think that chicks were going to show up for this?
I don't know. But
Uh,
you know, the last time I talked to any of the uppers, they said there were more women that had signed up than men.
oh wow. Somebody was trying to get a nude cruise going for the next one.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Not everyone on there looks like Matt Best. Just a warning.
Oh, that man. Like, that man. Yeah. He's full of laughs too. He's got my respect, but god damn, he's worth a few good laughs.
I ain't strolling around naked on a ship. I'd burn my willy.
I was about to say, it's how you get sunburn on your dick. I ain't trying
What
to
you
get my
do,
dick sunburned.
Exactly.
you
You
just
know,
keep
yeah, I ain't getting my dick sunburned.
you just got to keep a bowl of SPF, super SPF in your room. Just go back in there every hour and dip it in there and walk around with it dripping.
That's like that time I tried to actually wear shorts. It don't work.
Uh,
Oh shit.
so you're from the Midwest as well, huh? I'm from the place that's a really a really long drive from wherever you are.
Actually, I grew up in Montana, but I've lived in Indiana for a very long time since '96. I think I moved here.
Oh wow, Montana's right next door to the place that's a really long drive from wherever you are.
Montana is the longest drive from anywhere that I've ever lived.
But we don't even have the faces on the mountain.
No,
We're not even in West Dakota.
that's on the way from me though.
At least Montana has mountains.
That's it does a lot of them. A lot of
Here,
no faces, but a lot of mountains.
yeah, here your dog runs away. Nope, your pump.
Sorry about that.
Nope, your pump.
No, we're good. A phone call was trying to come through.
Oh,
I don't know.
okay.
I don't know how to shut the damn phone off.
Yeah,
I was afraid of tinkering with it because then I probably would have blocked you guys too.
I got it.
I'm about as technically advanced as a cockroach is.
It's okay. So is Nick.
Yep. But I can make some
Yeah,
good memes.
I can. Yeah, but do you spell it right?
No, half the time I don't.
I can't fucking spell either. So
Yeah, I want all my memorial money going to teach young meme writers the difference between there, and there.
Well, sometimes I do that on purpose just to fuck with people.
Oh, well, it works.
I know.
Oh man, yeah, I've read some funny memes that would be like the funniest I've ever read if people would have spelt it all right. You're like, what moron wrote this? I can't, and then it just adds like, where did you get the idea for it? Because you're not smart enough to write it.
I made this fucked up one today. There's a picture going around of the Ghostbusters back when they first filmed the movie at a reunion they did a couple months ago. And of course, the guy that played Egon, I don't remember what the actor's name is, but the guy with the curly hair up front.
Yeah, the one nobody knows.
Yeah, he's dead. So I just kind of cut a human skeleton into the photo.
back with the boys.
Yeah.
That works.
Calcium enriched.
I was thinking about putting.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Oh Jesus.
I was thinking about putting fire in there too, and I was like, nah.
Put the Weekend at Bernie's guy in there. Just put him in everything like a photo bomber.
In the background of every photo.
I know, and it's so long ago. It's so obscure. It'll take a lot of people a long time to figure it out what it is. Anyone under the age of 45 will probably be like, well, what the fuck is that?
Well, I'm in my 30s and I totally get it, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the cutoff for Weekend at Bernie's is, but
well, see, if you served, I'm sure you've watched it when you're drinking in the barracks. So.
Yeah, that and Barnyard Follies.
Speaking of Barnyard, there's a video going around the barracks in Germany when I was there, and it was some chick getting on with a horse.
How did I know you were going to say that when you mentioned the damn barnyard?
That's in the same video.
It was oh god. They're like, you gotta watch this porn, man. You gotta watch it. And you put it on, it starts decent, and then it's the chick sucking the horse. You're like, what the fuck?
I'm pretty sure it was a requirement to become a chief in the Navy to watch that.
Oh my god. I'm only a petty officer second class.
I'll get yeah.
Giving away all the goat locker secrets.
I have a feeling the rules have changed since I was in.
Oh yeah, they're not very big on hazing anymore.
No, they're probably not very big on Barnyard Follies anymore either, but I don't know.
Probably not.
I don't know. I still thought it was funny.
It was. That shit. God. Did you ever have Stro 80?
Did I ever have what?
Stro 80. It's 80 proof rum. Or it's 80%, it's rum that's 80%.
I don't think so.
Well, they use it in Germany for like cooking, right? They pour it on their pigs when they're roasting so they can get the flavor in, but it burns off real quick. Because, it's 80% alcohol.
Right.
Well, they're like, yeah, we're having rum. Here, have a shot. And of course, you're the only one that got the Stro 80, and you throw that shit back, and not what you're expecting.
Sounds like
I have.
something that comes from someone who hasn't had real moonshine.
Oh, there's good moonshine out there.
Oh,
Oh
I've had
yeah,
some. My
our neighbor
biological
used to
dad
make
made
it.
moonshine.
It either tastes like turpentine or they do a really good job. I don't think there's much in between.
Nah,
There's
dad's
not.
always tasted like plums.
Oh my god, my favorite thing is when they either make an apple pie, or they just drop a bunch of cinnamon sticks and shit in there, or when they throw a bunch of fruit in it,
Yeah.
and it just tastes like fruit, and you can eat the fruit after and get absolutely destroyed off just fruit.
Oh, hell
Speaking
yeah.
of liquor, I've got uh, mead that's on its third fermentation. And it's been working for 2.5 years.
Nice.
I keep adding honey into it. It keeps fermenting. Oh god, this shit is gonna
Always,
knock.
I always go through the first cycle, rack it back with fruit, let it go through another, then drink it.
Well, I've got one batch that I keep adding honey to, and the other batch I add honey and cherries to. And one time I put cherries in, there was no good cherries in the store, so I bought those maraschino cherries and threw a bunch of those in there.
That sounds different.
Uh,
That'll be interesting.
well, I don't drink, so I don't know who the fuck's gonna drink it.
Just send it
Not
out to
me.
me. I'll take care of it.
I think I had mead once and it was warm and I didn't finish the glass.
Well, if it's good enough, it don't matter if it's warm or not. But
Yeah, I'm not sure if I've ever had a good one.
I made a batch a few years ago, and the shit burned green. So
No
Are
shit.
you sure you're just not making moonshine over there?
no, it's mead. I ferment this stuff for 3 to 5 years.
You put too much marijuana in it.
Speaking of which, how was that knuckle pie?
Dude, that pie was awesome. Hell yeah. That's an interesting story too. He's a chiropractor. He's one of my better friends. And we had a moose hunting trip planned before I got married. So my wife and I got married on August 25th, and Doug and I took my honeymoon moose hunting in Canada.
Nice.
About 2 weeks after I got married, I went to Canada with my buddy Doug. It's still a good family laugh.
Oh shit.
My wife will even tell you I took my honeymoon with my buddy.
At that point, it's a homie moon.
Well,
Yeah,
you were Navy, so it's not that surprising.
yeah. Well, he surprised me a couple times. You ever wake up to a naked Canadian frying bacon naked?
Oh
Shit.
man, is it Canadian bacon?
No, he had real bacon, but he was frying bacon naked, drinking beer. Wait at fucking 3:30 in the morning.
Sounds
Yeah,
like a
it
regular
wasn't.
day.
It was not a good. It was not a good way to wake up. We'll just put it that way.
I'll tell you what's not a good way to wake up. We had a guest on the show back when we first started. Sar Moyer. You remember him, don't you, Nipples? He's
Yeah,
the
I
guy that
remember.
got caught. Yeah, he fell asleep up in the TC hatch, and Op 4 came and put a clown wig on him.
Yeah.
Well, I was in a gun, a armored cannon,
Okay.
a paladin. And, you have to sleep on the floor in that thing unless you want to sleep in the damn driver's hatch. But I wasn't a driver yet, so that wasn't my option. And more than once, I woke up with that motherfucker grinding up against me and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Or I got cold. You got to cuddle. You know what I'm saying?
Graffin beer does get cold. I'll give you that.
Oh, at
Just be
least
glad
you're
you didn't
not.
wake up to a wild hog.
That's like when you're sleeping three to a tent and the guy in the middle starts dreaming he's skiing.
Oh my god.
Do you ever get to experience Germany while you were in?
Not while I was in, but I was an exchange student to Hamburg for a year.
Ooh.
Oh, so you know about the pigs over there.
No, that was all down south. That was so far north. But I do know about the pigs getting the pogey bait and stuff.
Shit, we'd get out to shit or we'd get out to do anything, and these pigs would just. And they had no fear whatsoever. They'd run into the side of those, 30-ton vehicles and rock them.
Yeah, that's what my buddy said. He said they'd come into the camp while you were out on exercise and they'd just eat every fucking thing. Come back and everything would be destroyed. They'd charge
So
you.
we had this one genius that got out the shit. He had the old CBCs with the butt flap that you open up to poo.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
And
the union suit.
yeah, and he was popping a squat and doing his job, and he saw this cute little thing, and he reached over to pet it. Well, next thing he hears is, and here he comes running, dropping shit as he's running, going, "Open up! Open up!" Big old Mama Sow chasing his ass down.
Now, see,
Germany.
why can't we nut about 40, 50 of those breeding pairs and drop them in Afghanistan?
Right?
I'm just saying they have 35 to a litter. We could
Yeah.
we could stop the Muslim religion right in its tracks, right there. Just a
Right.
border of pigs.
We could just trap them in Texas and drop them off.
Fuck yeah.
Because I know
Anywhere.
guys. I know guys in Texas. They set up these. I don't know if you ever seen them. They're these swirl traps, right? And they
Yeah.
got gates that closes. They go through,
Yep.
and they'll get 50 to 100 of these damn swirl traps, and they start picking them off.
Yep. I've
So
seen those. They're cool as shit. I like the helicopter hunts they set up for them.
now,
I always wanted to do that. That was on the bucket list. That never happened. But
one of the things I want to do is go on a helicopter hunt for a kangaroo down under.
yeah, I heard they shoot like 35,000 a year down there.
Yep, they have to.
Yep. That's insane. I don't know about those things though. At least the pigs you can feed to people. Do people eat kangaroos?
Hell yeah, it's good. It's good food.
Really? Never
Yeah.
had one.
Well, if you get a chance to get to a Bass
As a
Pro
matter
Shop,
as a matter of fact, I don't believe I've ever eaten a marsupial.
well, I would not recommend possum, but kangaroo is fucking good. If you can get
Well,
to a Bass Pro Shop or a Cabela's, they serve it.
what's wrong with possum?
It's a
I mean,
little, it's tough and gamey.
well, I know, and it's greasy.
Yep.
Armadillo is just possum on a half shell.
Comes with its own bowl.
Yeah,
my
and
bunk,
if you can get past the leprosy, you're good to go.
my
Damn.
bunkmate in basic down in Fort Sill beat one to death with the butt end of his rifle. It scared the shit out of him.
Jesus.
Uh,
Oh,
actually, we like the opossums here. I do anyway. They keep your yard clean and they eat ticks by the thousands.
they eat like
Oh yeah, I love
30,000 ticks a
possums.
year.
You know, they do get in your garbage, but that's our own fault. Get a better
Yeah.
garbage can.
But
And raccoons are worse. I'll shoot them all day long.
possums are good things. They don't carry diseases. They don't attack you. They mind their own business.
Yeah, yeah, they're clean. They're not bad. They're ugly as shit, though.
Oh, they're adorable, man.
Oh, you can have them.
Dude, yeah, I would totally keep one as a pet. Have you seen the baby ones? The baby ones are absolutely adorable.
No,
Yeah, I think it's when they. Now, see, now I have met a possum that I didn't like though. I used to come I used to come out to go to the fire station, and this possum would set up camp on top of my Jeep. And fucker, that fucker would hiss and growl and snarl, and I couldn't get anywhere near my fucking car half the time. I was pissed. I came out one morning, and I went back and got a 7-iron, and I took a mighty swing. That thing flew like 20 feet, and it got up and just stared at me, like pissed off, and walked into the woods. Like, you can't kill those damn things.
All you have to do is keep an owl statue on top of your Jeep. They would have left you alone.
Yeah, they get
carry it
used to
around with
that
you.
crap. Yeah, right. Put a light in it.
Oh damn. We had this goose. There was like these 2 geese every year. They would nest at our base in Charlotte. So it was around the time that they were nesting, but I hadn't seen them that day. So I parked on the lower tier of the parking lot. It was like one of the only spots left. And as soon as I opened my door, there's a goose just standing there waiting. So I was like, oh, fuck. So I had to slam my door because I was trying to get into the car.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
they're mean as...
So-
those things are mean, man.
Yeah, they're fucking crazy. I had to climb out of my fucking trunk because it's like a hatchback. So I climbed out, and the other goose was standing there. So I like jumped out, slammed it, and started running away from the
You
geese. And
think
everyone
geese
was
are
standing.
mean?
I was standing up on there were people standing up in the other tier laughing at me. I got up to them and I was like, "Those things are fucking mean." And then I realized I forgot my phone, so I had to like run back to the car and like fist fight one of the geese to get in. And then I grab my phone, jump out, and I'm getting like winged in the back of the legs and shit 'cause I'm trying to run away from these geese.
You should have to fuck with the turkey sometime.
Oh, bro. We went camping one time, woke up, and as soon as we opened our tent, there were fucking like probably like 8 or 10 turkeys. It was like an army of them just surrounding our camp. We were just like, yeah, we're just going to wait for these to leave.
Those spurs are no fucking joke.
No, they are not. I was not trying to get spurred.
You know,
Oh, hell no.
if you get an old enough cock, those spurs can dig in and they can fucking damn near disembowel you.
Yeah, I'm not
You
a
wanna
fan of
hear-
old cocks.
Speaking of disaboweling, you want to hear crazy? I have a friend down in Nevada, and her cat got out and was running around all night and didn't come home, so they went looking for the cat. They found it about 150 yards from the back of the house, and it had tangled with a jackrabbit, and the jackrabbit disemboweled that cat.
Damn!
So I guess they got big claws on their hind legs.
Yes, they do.
Damn.
Yeah, and that cat latched onto that fucking thing, and that was the last thing that ever happened.
Yep.
I remember I heard one of my dogs freaking out one night, so I went outside, and I have this big Akita that used to run around. And it tried to kill a raccoon, but the raccoon grabbed his collar and was just hanging on underneath him for dear life. And like I walked
Oh, yeah.
outside and I see the dog bucking around and there's a raccoon attached to it, like staring at me like help. So I had to call the dog over and I pulled the raccoon off of it and held it by its scruff, and then I put the dog inside and I was just carrying this raccoon around, and it was so tired it was just hanging there like oh shit. So then I took it over the woods and set it down, and it just sat there. So I like brought it a few pebbles of dog food for its troubles.
Nice. I got a squirrel problem at my house. They've done thousands of dollars worth of damage.
Oof.
Like they've eaten holes in my soffit. They've got in all my sheds. They're just absolutely destructive. Wiring. So one year I just blew up. I'm like, fuck it, I'm killing squirrels this year.
Damn
I
straight.
think I shot 39 the first year.
Damn.
And then I don't know, as time went on I shot less and less, but I still get, I don't know, 10 a year when I'm bored.
They
And
get
then
eaten too.
Yeah, they are, if you want to take the time to do that. I was giving them to a lady down the street that likes that kind of shit. So anyway, this year though, and as sick as I am, I don't move too quick. And I'm running on one lung. I have so many, the tumors have just completely filled one lung.
Mm.
But anyway, my beagle's out there barking, and the squirrel's teasing her. So I shoot the squirrel with a pellet rifle, and the thing falls like 35 feet out of the tree. The beagle charges forward, grabs the squirrel, starts shaking it. The squirrel's still alive, grabs onto her cheek, and bites, and all the way through her
Aw.
cheek.
Ooh.
And now the beagle's yiping and running and jumping and twirling, and the squirrel's hanging onto her cheek, and it's bit all the way through. And my dumb ass is out there in a pair of pajamas trying to run around the yard, chase the beagle to get the squirrel off her face. God,
damn.
I wish I could have got a fucking recording of that. It
Damn.
was ridiculous.
Oh.
But anyway, I finally wrenched it off of him and beat the squirrel to death.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
We have a few squirrels around here, but we don't really have enough for them to be a problem at all. We have like 4 or 5 that hang around the our neighborhood.
And my big problem is I have 2 big black walnut trees.
See, we don't really have any fruit or nut-bearing trees, so we usually just throw some birdseed out, and the birds and squirrels will eat it. But we have this one that has like half a tail, so it's like a little bobtail squirrel. It looks like a rabbit almost. It's really neat.
Just for anybody listening, all right? If you're going to shoot squirrels, there's 2 good things about them. 1, only the hind legs are worth eating, so don't fuck with the rest of it. And 2, there's a fishing company online that will buy the goddamn tails from you to make lures. And they'll pay you $4 a tail.
Oh, boy, aren't I an idiot.
Well, could have been making some money.
I could have made a lot of lures.
Yeah. Yeah, they're selling those things for $25 a pop because bass and bass and salmon take those things like crazy.
Damn.
So
Oh, that's cool.
I think muskie do too. The same company's buying raccoon tails from muskie.
Oh, that's cool.
You guys ever seen muskie?
Yeah, I've caught a few.
Yeah,
Mr. Nichols.
the people next to my grandmother's house used to every year they take their Christmas tree and sink it along their fishing area because it attracts muskies when you have like a lot of down stuff. So they'd like line their like little fishing spot with their old Christmas trees. It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
One time we were diving over there.
A lot of bass fishermen do that too. It creates underwater habitat. A lot of fish like that.
Yeah, you don't go muskie fishing unless you got something to beat its fucker head in with.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you definitely don't grab it barehanded.
Fuck no. But
those teeth are incredible.
That fight, I tell you. There's few things like it.
I like Minnesota. They have a northern spearing is legal.
Yep.
For northern in the winter. I got to do that a few years ago for the first time, and man, that was fun.
Well, you can go bow fishing during the summer.
Yeah, for carp and stuff. It depends.
Depends on the lake, yeah.
Carp and gar are usually the only two you can bow fish up here.
Yeah.
The first time we saw a gar in the lake, me and my friend were cast net fishing, and we threw a cast net on the gar, and it ate the fucking net.
Yep.
Oh, I believe it.
So we weren't too keen to swim when we knew the gars were around after that.
You guys ever gone fishing for what the fuck are those things? It's a special kind of catfish that live at the base of those fucking dams. They get huge.
Oh my god, dude! Holy shit! I was diving one time looking for a boat prop because my dad's friend lost his boat prop, so me and my dad naturally were like, we go looking for it. So there we were at near where the dam is, like where the fence off the area. So like you can't really fish back there. So there's some big fucking catfish. There's a huge hole that goes from under the fence, and I was like, damn, I wonder what made that. And I look over, and there's this massive catfish. It scared the shit out of me, because I was not expecting to see something damn near my size swimming around. That was the first time I saw one of those, and it scared the absolute shit out of me.
You didn't try noodling that sucker with your nipples?
Bruh, that thing would have fucking ate my goddamn torso.
You guys ever heard the stories from the guys that work on the Hoover Dam?
No, I bet there's some big old ones down there.
A few of the guys swear that they've walked in the open mouths of some catfish. I'm not kidding. They swear they've done it.
Yeah, those things get like fucking 6 or 8 feet long when they're max growth. They're fucking like the size of minivans. They're insane.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw a grass carp go by one time that was bigger than the boat I was in.
Damn.
Ooh, damn.
It wasn't a big boat, but it was, it was a fishing lund.
It's still a huge ass fish.
Those
Yeah, it
sheephead
was
get pretty fucking big
gigantic.
too.
It was longer than the boat by far.
You
Damn.
know what's crazy? Those fucking sunfish in the ocean.
Those things are huge, but they're absolutely retarded.
And like seals will eat half their head and they'll keep swimming along like la di da di da.
Because they just don't give a shit, dude. They're just floating masses of meat, basically.
Fucking
Oh,
God,
my
that shit's
favorite,
crazy.
meat coma.
Basically.
So,
So where are you guys based out of?
well, I'm up in the Great White North, and he's over in what, Virginia, West Virginia?
Yeah, I live over in Virginia on the coast around the Norfolk area.
Oh, right on.
So I'm over that area, Hampton Roads.
That's where a tube of toothpaste lasts longer than most people's little sister's virginity.
I'm not too far from Why Not My Not, so
Oh, my not.
yeah, I'm up in that neck of
It's
the
warm
woods.
up there in the winter. You should really enjoy that.
Oh, I do. But I got the Grafenwehr, up in the Alps there, down in the Alps, and people are like, it's so fucking cold. I'm like, ha 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 ha.
Yeah, you haven't visited my not yet.
We get colder than Alaska.
Oh, fuck yeah, you do.
Several days every year during the winter. We're the coldest place on earth.
Yep, I do know my not a
So
little bit. That is nasty cold.
yeah, that's
Not
where
much to do there either. There didn't used to be. I don't know what it's like now, but
the oil booms caused a little bit of growth, but not much. But that's where the
okay.
Green Berets come to do the winter training,
Yeah, well, where else?
right? Antarctica, they get colder, few degrees.
That's
Y'all might as
fine.
well be fucking Antarctica there.
Antarctica's got a mountain. What are you talking about?
My nut has grass.
Your
There's a
dog
girl
runs
behind.
away, and
There's a
you watch it
girl
run
behind
away for
every
3 weeks.
tree.
You watch your
Girl
dog
behind
run
every
from
tree.
Minot to Fargo, just straight line. So
Yeah, it is cold up there. Good fishing. And not much of a fisher though. I was more of a hunter.
oh,
Did
I
a
am
lot of
too.
bow hunting.
I shot my moose when I was 12 or 13. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been bear and elk and moose and
Dakotas, where you go for the big
deer,
cocks.
antelope, and God, if it walked on North America, I never did get a caribou though. I always
Oh, that's a
thought that'd
shame.
be kind of cool. I didn't get a moose either, but we saw quite a few.
I still hold the record for the largest cow shot in North Dakota.
The largest cow.
Largest cow.
Well, the rib cage was so big that we hooked up 2 snowmobiles to it, and we could not haul it, so we just fucking left it for the yotes. She was that fucking big. That was how big my moose was.
Damn.
Nice.
So yeah, we had to leave we took as much meat off the rib cage as we could, but the 2 snowmobiles couldn't drag it. So we said, fuck it.
That's a big ass moose.
Yeah, we had to quarter it right there. And yep.
Yeah, my buddy destroyed his 2,500-pound winch trying to get this thing up to the road.
Yeah. Yeah.
Came apart.
You got to quarter them. You have to quarter them to haul them out. It's the only way to do it.
Yeah, you do. He just figured he was a few hundred yards from the road and wanted to get it up. They had it gutted, but that didn't do a whole lot, I don't believe.
Yeah, it takes about 300 pounds off.
They, they still came out with right around 1,000 pounds of meat or something.
Yeah.
Damn.
No, it was 650 pounds of meat. Sorry.
Yeah. We came out with almost 800 pounds of meat.
Yeah, yours was a little bigger than ours.
Did he take a bull or a cow?
He took a bull, a 2.5-year-old probably.
Oh, that's why it was so small.
Not much of a paddle, but full grown.
Yeah.
Really, really nice animal.
But you get much older than that with the bulls, and the meat get really tough. So.
Yeah, no, this one tastes great. He left me a few packages of meat and he made me that pie.
My dad took his a few years before I got mine, He had a cow tag too. And I swear, I looked at it and, through the eyes, and he had the scope, and a few of the guys spotted it. Swear it was good. We shot it, got up there, and it had little sprouts on top. Not
Oh
more than
shit.
2 inches. And the game warden said, you know what? You can't do nothing about that. There's no way you could have been able to tell if it's tree line. So you're good.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
I mean, there's no way at 100 yards that, we looked and looked and looked. And so, but yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you
I
were,
think that.
go ahead.
What's that? No, go ahead.
You were telling us before the show that you had a message you want to put out to the world about something about Hillary or.
Oh, that bull dake.
Oh,
I got every bit of information in the world to put her away.
Oh,
I've got all her emails, every one of
shit.
them. Yep. And if she
Damn.
wants them back, I would invite her to come get them.
Oh damn! You guys heard that? The Navy Intel guy has Hillary's missing emails.
I do. I know right where they're at. And I would also like to trade her that information for her team of assistants with all their bleach bit shit and hammers. Because I'm going to need a team of them the day I die to come through my house and make sure my wife doesn't find all my shit.
do you need me to come zero all your drives for you?
You know, you know what I mean, like Barnyard Follies and shit.
So that's what you've been watching on that hospice bed, getting off to, is Barnyard Follies, huh?
Well, you've seen one horse, you've seen them all.
Oh my god.
Then there's the Donkey Showdown in Boys
Oh
Town.
my god. The Donkey Showdown.
Down in Boys Town. Yep.
Oh man.
Yeah, Hillary's my favorite person on earth, right behind Jane Fonda.
Well, what about what's his name? That fucking idiot that calls himself Bento. Is it Robert or?
Oh, De Niro, the psychotic idiot?
No, not De Niro. The guy that was running for office. He was running for president.
Oh, Beto?
The
Yeah,
level
Beto.
100 clown.
The guy that talked like a pelican?
Yep.
Oh, it's like a pelican.
Arms waving.
He's bowed out and said he's not running for office again. I think he got tired of getting roasted.
Dude, I don't know how you lose to Ted Cruz and then think you can become the president. You just lost to Ted Cruz, dude. Like, what are you even gonna do? What are you trying to win?
Well, it's the same way as you can kill a bunch of Americans in Benghazi and try.
Yeah.
True.
Well,
The absolute
How about-
audacity out here.
what do you guys think about AOC's new campaign slogan?
The Eat the Babies thing.
Eat the babies.
Oh, that shit was hilarious. That was at one of her town hall meetings, and that lady stood up and was like, "The Green Deal isn't enough. We have to eat the babies." And then she's like, "Thanks."
Eat the babies.
She was, dude. Her face during that was so funny, dude. She was like, "I don't know what the fuck to do."
Have you seen the picture going around? It's her saying, "Eat the babies," and then it's Fat Bastard going, "I was eating the babies before it was popular."
Dude, I got like 120 memes of hers already, and then I just quit saving them because they're so. It's like, what am I gonna ever do? Anytime she talks is a new meme. I don't even have to save them.
Did you ever see the Uno meme going around about her?
Which my wife goes, "Are you talking about Cortez?"
There's an Uno meme that was going around about her. She's on a talk show. She's got one finger up, and it says, she goes, she's got two fingers up, and it says Uno. You ever seen that one?
No.
That was one of
I
the
must have
first
missed out.
memes, and I must have gotten like 200,000 shares on that thing.
Damn.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Well, I am the creator of the Cubs OK shirt.
oh shit.
Yeah, that was me. I didn't. I came up with the design. Someone else did it for us, but I got the first Cub shirt with the OK sign on it.
Oh, nice. We're at 55 minutes. Do you wanna do the embarrassing story thing, Nick?
Yeah, I give you usually, we catch people blindsided, but due to being fair, I didn't want to blindside you. Do you have any embarrassing stories from your time in service, or something that you saw that was seriously embarrassing you'd like to share?
Oh fuck no, man! I was perfect. I was I was like Sylvester Stallone and shit. No, I thought about that, and we all do stupid things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess the most embarrassing, and it's embarrassing, but it couldn't be helped, was during boot camp. I got the flu, and I had the shits, and we were one of those honor companies.
Oh man.
Yeah, we were one of the flag spinning and rifle spin companies, and so they had us on the grinder for like 6 hours at Great
shit.
Mistakes, and I broke formation. I ran over to the company commander. I don't know what they're called now, but I told him, I said, I got diarrhea. I got the shits. I've been out here for hours. Can I go to the bathroom? And he screamed, get back in formation. So I went back in formation and promptly shit myself and marched all over the grinder with diarrhea just fucking falling out both pant legs.
Oh,
Oh,
that's so
damn.
bad.
Yeah, and that's in the 80s. Now, if they would have done that to me, I could have sued them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fucking pussies.
You know the guy that does Private Murphy?
Not sure.
Well, he's been on the show a couple times. His name's Mark.
Okay.
He has another thing coming out called Charlie Mike Comics, right? And
Okay.
he likes to take guys' stories and animate them, so that they're out there. You should hit up Mark. I will send you his information. Just send him that story, and I promise you, he will turn that into a comic.
Right on.
Two other guys that have been on the show have had their stuff turned into a comic too. The guy that shut down an entire division, and
That
then
blew me away.
I saw
and,
that one recently. It was hilarious. The
and then
comic was so good.
we had a guy that
Swine
played
flu.
Grenadier, and
Oh. Oh.
he's turning that into a comic as well.
I can't wait for that one to come out. That's gonna be
Yeah.
good.
He was about to hook up the seal the deal with this really hot chick, and his friend comes up and goes, Grenadier, and he had to turn around and take the bait, with this. Oh, ugh. And in the morning, she's stroking him on the couch while his friend's watching porn, and his friend gets up and runs to the bathroom and rubs one out and comes back out, and he's like, you know what? It's really hot. We should do a threesome. And tells him to go over and start making out with his friend. He dives out the window. Those two idiots ended up getting married.
No shit.
No shit.
That was the
And
wildest fucking story, dude.
Right before
was-
they got married, right? He's
That was classy, man.
The
He's-
classiest moves.
he's
It was meant to be.
he's one of the groomsmen at the guy's wedding, and he goes, just so you know, I fucked her the night before the first time you guys hooked up. And then he goes, so when you kissed her, how'd my cock taste?
Yeah, that's something I would have said.
Oh,
We only talk about the classiest things here on the Daycare podcast.
oh shit. Well, since, this might, this will probably be your one and your last podcast. Any message you want to leave for your wife, so that she can listen in?
The only nice thing about knowing ahead of time is that you can kind of say all those things that you need to say because you're reminded every day of it.
Yeah. Well,
But of course I love her and I wish her well. And it's that's a tough one. There's a lot to say.
well, if you ever need if you ever want to record a message, we can always put it up on we can keep it
That's
private just for her if you ever need it. So,
that's cool. That is cool. Yeah, man. It's I, we know I don't have a lot of time left, but um, just getting the pain crisis behind me was amazing.
that's
You guys
good.
have no idea if you would have talked to me last week. First of all, I wouldn't have, but even if you would have just called to say hi, it was a whole different ball game here. I never could have kept a conversation for this long, and you're only getting a shadow of who I am. I'm just on so many different meds, and to give you an idea, I think the conversion chart for all the meds I'm on, the fentanyl and the Dilaudid equal that to 5,000
Ooh,
or 6,000 doses of morphine per day.
holy shit.
And it is just at the very bare minimum managing my pain to the point, like, I'm in pain, but it's manageable. Like, I'm not losing my mind from it like I was.
That's good. That's
So that's the kind of drugs we're talking about, how deep we're going. I'm on 200 I'm on 200 micrograms of fentanyl a day, and that's like the highest dose that they've ever given anyone in this hospice. And
yeah.
I don't even notice it until it's gone. Then I'll tell you what, I know right away
No, I,
when I know when that patch runs out. We'll put it that way.
I believe it.
I don't forget to. That's when I don't forget to change. But I got rid of over 60 pills a day and went to a pain pump. So
That's a good
I've
call.
got I just have a line going into a port, and I got to carry a bag full of Dilaudid around with me on a pump everywhere I go. But the difference was night and day from all the pills on an empty stomach, and I was always throwing up and had bowel obstructions, and just going to the pump and avoiding my stomach has made a huge difference.
I'm glad.
Me too.
Yeah, man.
Didn't buy time, but it sure bought comfort.
You know what though? If you can't get time, comfort's what you need.
Yeah,
Gives you time with
exactly.
the family. That's what matters.
Yep, it is. Well, thanks, you guys.
Yep.
No problem, man.
We're gonna do our sign off and our suicide awareness, and we thank
Right
you for
on.
having us.
Oh, suicide awareness.
Yep. But that's one of our things.
Yeah, well, how about this? I'm getting really sick and tired of the suicides.
we are
I've
too.
I've lost. I work with vets a lot, and if you're sitting there thinking about it, guys, first of all, military never taught you to be alone. They always taught teamwork. So I don't understand why when we get out, we think that we have to conquer everything by ourselves now. It's not true. It makes no sense. It was never taught. And number two is that we lost a lot of friends and family and stuff over there. And to dishonor that person who lost their life by throwing yours away pisses me off. You need to honor those people that gave the ultimate sacrifice and live the life they can't. Live it for them. Think about them, because they're not here to do it. And I guarantee most of them would trade you in a second for situations. It isn't worth it. I don't understand. I understand despair, but get the help you need, because
Well,
this is getting way out of control.
we can't do any better than that one, other than saying, if Patrick here can deal with what he's dealing with, There's nothing you can't overcome.
Well, not only just that, it's you don't have to overcome it. It's it's just sad that we think we're alone.
Yeah,
You're not. There's
I know.
there's thousands and thousands of people out there to talk to. All you got to do is make the call.
But if you can
And
if you can overcome your demon for one day, that's a battle you won.
Yep.
And that's what and that's what it takes. In fact, I've got 2 people on the crew over here at Daycare that that's how they ended up on the cruise. They reached out for help.
Yep. But seriously though, man, honor the ones that gave their lives. If they had it back, I'm sure they wouldn't be sitting there thinking about doing that. They'd be raising families and working and playing and enjoying the life that they deserve.
Yeah.
I think that's about as good as the message is going to get.
Yep. You can't do better than that one.
Yeah.
In fact, we might just want to put that on loop at the end of every episode.
I'm really not kidding. That's just that. I don't
I agree.
I don't know.
It's no. That's the best sum up we could ever get. That's yeah. It's yeah.
We didn't fight to die. We fought to live. So.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for having me. I am getting really wiped. So.
I thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. Really
we
appreciate
it.
Appreciate it.
You have a good one, man.
Have fun up in Minot and down there in the toothbrush realm.
I'll keep checking in on you. So, don't think just because you came on the show I won't be checking in on you.
All right, guys.
All right, take care.
Have a fantastic night.
Hey, you too.
Night.
All right, good night.
Bye.
Night.